What up, y'all? It's boy, Mr. Dan Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, April 12, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office said Wednesday it is reviewing allegations of sexual abuse against actor Kevin Spacey. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office referred the investigation to prosecutors Thursday. District Attorney's Office spokesman Greg Risling confirmed to the Los Angeles Times. It is the first police investigation to name Spacey as a suspect in Los Angeles since the Sheriff's Department's Special Victims Bureau began investigating allegations of a sexual assault involving Spacey on December 11th. Sheriff's Department spokesperson Nicole Nishida says the events were reported to have taken place in October of 1992 in West Hollywood involving a male adult. Under California law, any sex crime that occurred in 1992 and involved an adult would fall outside of the state statute of limitations. Spacey was first accused of sexual assault in October when actor Anthony Rabb recounted an encounter he had with Spacey while working as a 14-year-old child actor on Broadway in 1986. Rabb said Spacey, then 26, invited him to a party at his apartment and drunkenly tried to seduce him. Since Rabb came forward, at least 15 men have accused Spacey of sexual misconduct in an investigation by the Old Vic Theatre in London, where he served as an artistic director from 2004 to 2015, found that 16 staff members and 4 others came forward with allegations of their own. The most recent allegation against Spacey came from a former Boston TV news anchor who said he groped the genitals of her 18-year-old son in a bar on Nantucket, Massachusetts in July 2016. Authorities on Cape Cod have not yet brought any charges against Spacey in connection with that case. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is Sony Pictures' highest-grossing film of all time domestically, the studio announced Wednesday. Directed by Jake Kasdan, the family-friendly adventure stars Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Nick Jonas, and Karen Gillan. It, this week, surpassed Sony's previous record holder, 2002's Spider-Man, which made $403.7 million. Jumanji's take stands as $403.714 million. Tony Rothman, the chairman of Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group, said in a statement, given the length of Columbia Pictures' esteemed history, this is a cool milestone. It's a great credit to Jake Kasdan, all the producers, the terrific actors, and everyone at the studio who worked so hard. It gives us a grand target to shooting for what will be the next one. Johnson tweeted in response to the news, extraordinary box office run, worked hard to produce something fun and heartfelt audiences could experience. Congrats to everyone involved, and most importantly, thank you fans. Liam Neeson will be joining Lesley Manville on screen for a new romantic drama set in Ireland titled Normal People. The film, from directors Lisa Barrows-Desas and Glenn Leyburn, will follow Neeson and Manville as a long-married couple whose relationship is tested when Manville is diagnosed with breast cancer, the Hollywood Reporter noted. Out of Orbit and Candor Blink's film is handling the project with Bankside Films, set to shop the film around at the Cannes Film Festival. Irish playwright Owen McCafferty is penning the screenplay. Barrows-Desas and Leyburn said in a statement to Deadline, Normal People take an extraordinary look at ordinary love. It explores big questions and small moments of human connection with unique wit and warmth and a luminous and unflinching candor. We are thrilled at the prospect of bringing this beautiful, honest, and unsentimental story to life with Liam Neeson and Lesley Manville in the starring roles, two of the most remarkable actors working on screen today. Neeson will also next be seen in Hard Powder with Emily Rumson and Laura Dern. Manville recently scored a supporting actress Oscar nomination for her role in Phantom Thread. Melissa McCarthy is teaming up with husband-director Ben Falcone on a new comedy titled Superintelligence. McCarthy is starring in the Falcone helm film that will follow a former corporate executive observed by the world's first superintelligence, an artificial intelligence that may take over the world, the Hollywood Reporter noted. The couple are producing through their On the Day banner. Superintelligence is the fourth collaboration between McCarthy and Falcone. They previously worked together on Tammy, The Boss, and Life of the Party, which is set to arrive in theaters on May 11th. Steve Mallory, who co-wrote The Boss with McCarthy and Falcone, is penning the script for Superintelligence. Production is set to begin in July. McCarthy is also set to star in the crime drama The Kitchen with Tiffany Haddish and Elizabeth Moss. She will also be seen in Can You Ever Forgive Me, about celebrity biographer and forger Lee Israel, when it hits theaters on October 19th. British actor Sacha Baron Cohen is to star in the Netflix six-part fact-based drama The Spy. Gideon Raff wrote and will direct the limited series about Eli Cohen, an Israeli agent working in Syria in the early 1960s. A news release says he managed to embed himself into Syrian high society and rise through the ranks of their politics. His actions, connections, and immense sacrifice have had lasting consequences, shaping the Middle East of today. The show is expected to air on OCS in France and will stream via Netflix everywhere. Cohen's other credits include Alice Through the Looking Glass, Les Miserables, Sweeney Todd, Hugo, and Borat. The real Eli Cohen was convicted of espionage and publicly hanged in 1965 at the age of 40. Former 30 Rock star Jane Krakowski says a revival is possible. The 49-year-old actress said in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter published Tuesday that there's, quote, definitely been talk of bringing back the NBC series. Krakowski said Sunday a revival will be a dream come true. We all had the greatest time on that show. She added, there's definitely been talk and conversations about the cast. I know it's something the fans would love and we would love. Krakowski discussed the possibility while supporting 30 Rock creator Tina Fey at the opening night of Mean Girls on Broadway. Krakowski's got 30 Rock remains a highlight of her career more than 5 years after the sitcom ended. The star says, we say over and over again that working on that show was probably the best experience we've ever going to have in our careers as far as creativity goes. We're still so proud of the writing and the great characters. She added, right now reboots are the trend, and I would be thrilled if the trend continues over into 30 Rock. Faye also discussed the possibility of a revival in an interview with Entertainment Tonight at the event. She says, oh my gosh, we'll see. When we would know by May. A reference of the NBC upfronts. If there was a great idea for a reboot, we'll find out in May. 30 Rock had a 7-season run from 2006 to 2013. The series starred Faye, Krakowski, Alec Baldwin, Tracy Morgan, and Jack McBrayer. The Peabody Awards Board of Jurors has announced its nominations for its upcoming 60th annual awards show, including The Handmaid's Tale, Better Call Saul, and Legion in its list of honorees. The jurors selected 60 nominees Tuesday across categories such as children and youth programming, documentary, entertainment, news, public service, and radio podcasts. The nominees will be narrowed down to 30 winners who will be honored May 19th during an event hosted by Daily Show correspondent Hassan Minhaj at the Caprini Wall Street in New York. Joining The Handmaid's Tale, Better Call Saul, and Legion in the entertainment category are Alias Grace, American Vandal, Bala Loca, Halt and Catch Fire, Hassan Minhaj, Homecoming King, Insecure, Jazz Night in America, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, One Day at a Time, Saturday Night Live, Political Satire 2017, Star Trek Discovery, The Good Place, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Andy Mack and a series of unfortunate events are nominated in the Child and Youth Programming category, while the documentary categories include City of Ghosts, Heroin, Maya Angelou, and Still I Rise, Planet Earth 2, and The Defiant Ones, among others. The Peabody Awards recognizes, quote, the most compelling and empowering stories released in electronic media. The organization, based at the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Georgia, said. Grey's Anatomy star Jessica Capshaw is feeling, quote, nostalgic ahead of her exit from the show. The 41-year-old actress who played Arizona Robbins on the ABC series reflected in a video Tuesday on Instagram stories during her last day filming at Prospect Studios, which houses many of the show's sets. Capshaw said in the clip, okay, ready for some bananas information. Today is my last day filming at Prospect Studios. She clarified, not my last day filming on Grey's Anatomy, but my last day filming at Prospect Studios, full of lots of nostalgia. Capshaw followed up by posting a selfie on Instagram. She captioned blue skies ahead, captioning the photo, adding several blue heart emojis. News broke in March that Capshaw and Sarah Drew, who portrays April Kepner, will leave Grey's Anatomy after season 14. Capshaw said at the time that she was, quote, sad to see her character go. The actress tweeted, "For the past 10 years, I've had the rare privilege of not only playing Arizona Robbins, but also being madly in love with playing her. She was one of the first members of the LGBTQ community to be represented in the series' regular role on network television. Her impact on the world is permanent and forever." She added, "I'm grateful that I've gotten to bring her to life and for the life that she had brought me. I'm sad to see her go, but I'm also consoled by the idea that she will continue to live on and on. All of our consciousness and imaginations." Grey's Anatomy star Ellen Pompeo, who plays Meredith Grey, said in an interview with the Ellen DeGeneres Show in March that her pay raise didn't lead Capshaw and Drew's exits. Season 14 will come to a close in May. Amber Rose is showing her support for Khloe Kardashian amid reports the star's boyfriend Tristan Thompson was unfaithful. The 34-year-old television personality said in a since-deleted post Tuesday on Instagram stories that her heart is broken for Kardashian. Rose's rep confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that Rose was writing about the 33-year-old reality star. Rose, who previously clashed with Kardashian and her sisters, wrote, "I know we've had our differences in the past, but my heart is broken for you, sis." She added, scratching my head, "No one deserves to feel that pain, especially during such a sensitive time." Apparently appearing to reference the Kardashians' pregnancy. "God bless you and your baby." TMZ published a video Tuesday of Thompson appearing to kiss and touch two women at a hookah lounge outside Washington, D.C. in October. TMZ also shared a video of Thompson arriving at his hotel with the woman Sunday in New York. Thompson's ex-girlfriend, Jordan Craig, appeared to also address the reports on Instagram stories. Thompson was first linked to Kardashian in September 2016, prior to Craig giving birth to her son with the Cleveland Cavaliers player. Craig wrote, "If you respect yourself and you respect others, you would never make light of the misfortune of anyone, nor would you feel indemnified when it comes at the expense of others. Wishing peace for everyone." Kardashian is pregnant with her first child with Thompson and is expected to give birth any day now. She has yet to address the cheating reports. Kendra Wilkinson's husband, Hank Bassett, has responded to her divorce filing. The 35-year-old former NFL player filed a response Friday, April 6, just hours after Wilkinson moved to end their 8-year marriage, according to TMZ. Us Weekly reported Bassett also cited irreconcilable differences for the split. The pair both listed their date of separation as January 1st, 2018, and are requesting joint physical and legal custody of their two children. Wilkinson, who shares 8-year-old son Hank and 3-year-old daughter Elijah with Bassett, filed for divorce Friday after breaking down about her marriage in an Instagram video on April 2nd. She confirmed the split in a post the same day as her filing. The star wrote, "Today is my last day of my marriage to this beautiful man. I will forever love Hank and be open, but for now, we have chosen to go our own ways. I'm beyond sad and heartbroken because I did believe in forever. That's why I said yes, but unfortunately, too much fear has gotten in the way." She added, "We're both amazing parents and our kids will be happy and never know the difference other than seeing Mama smile. You will probably see us together a lot, but it's because there's no hate. Love wins in this case, and it just looks a little funny." Bride-to-be Sophie Turner says it's lovely to be engaged. The 22-year-old British actress said in the May issue of Marie Claire that she found a sense of peace from her relationship with fiancé Joe Jonas. She told the magazine, "I'm still like, holy shit, I'm engaged." Turner, who plays Sansa Stark on the HBO series Game of Thrones, shared her excitement about marriage, but says her engagement hasn't affected her drive in her career. She says, "There's this weird misconception that being married is the greatest thing that'll ever happen to you, but I've always found that my career is something I work for, and when I achieve something, there's a sense that this is the greatest thing I'll do in my life." She also added, "It's lovely to be engaged, not like I achieve anything, but I found my person, like I found a house that I love and to stay in forever. There's a sense of peace that comes with finding your person, but there's a drive that comes with your career." Turner and Jonas got engaged in October after nearly a year of dating. Turner's Game of Thrones co-star Maisie Williams confirmed in January that she will serve as a bridesmaid at the couple's wedding. She told Radio Times, "It's very, very excited. We'll wait to plan until the season's done," referencing the production of the show's 8th and final season. "I think she's already letting her little heart wonder and imagine." In addition to Game of Thrones, Turner will star in the films Time Freak with Asia Butterfield and Heavy with Daniel Zavato. She will also reprise Jean Grey, a.k.a. Phoenix, in the movie X-Men Dark Phoenix. Hugh Jackman is celebrating his 22nd wedding anniversary with his beloved wife. The 49-year-old Australian actor marked the occasion Wednesday by voicing his love for Lesley Furness and their family on Twitter. Jackman captioned a photo of himself with Furness. "I believe in life. We need to see and truly be seen by the most important people in our lives. Deb, from day one, we had that. 22 years later, it only gets deeper." He gushed, "You and the kids are the greatest gift I will ever receive. I love you a gazillion times around the world." Jackman and Furness married in Melbourne in 1996 and share 17-year-old son Oscar and 12-year-old daughter Ava. Jackman said in an interview with Today in March that the secret behind his marriage is compatibility. The star advised, you have got to find the right person. It's powerful and simple. He says until you feel that comfortable with your partner, you don't really know if you're right together. So literally from day one, Deb and I had that feeling. It was like a relief. I could just be myself. Jackman is known for playing Wolverine in the X-Men movies. He will next star in Broadway 4D with Christina Aguilera and Matthew Morrison. Chris Evans posted on Twitter Wednesday a video of his first meeting with his dog Dodger in celebration of National Pet Day. The clip featured a happy and excited Dodger inside of a pound, wagging his tail and licking Evans' hand as the actor approaches and greets him. Evans said about the footage, "This is the moment we met. He was trying so hard to stay seated, even though he was desperately wanting to get out. I knew right away that he was coming home with me, so I took this video to always remember our first hello." He continued, "Rescue dogs are the best dogs. Hashtag National Pet Day." The video has been viewed 1.116 million times and counting. Dodger last made headlines in November when Evans posted a video of his rescued dog howling at his favorite stuffed animal begins singing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight." Evans will once again be seen reprising his role as Captain America in Marvel's next superhero epic, Avengers Infinity War, which arrives in theaters on April 27th. Kendall Jenner enjoyed an outing with Scott Disick on Tuesday. The 22-year-old model went skydiving with Disick, her sister Kourtney Kardashian's ex-partner, after appearing to diss his relationship with Sofia Richie. Jenner shared photos on Instagram after successfully completing a jump with Disick. One of the pictures show the pair posing in their jumpsuits, while the other appears to capture their landing. Jenner captioned the slideshow, "Did it." Jenner had seemed to shade Disick in January after a fan account posted a photo of the 34-year-old television personality riding in a car with 19-year-old Richie and his children, according to People. Jenner wrote, Scott and his kids," adding a heart emoji. Disick shares 8-year-old son Mason, 5-year-old daughter Penelope, and 3-year-old son Rain with Kardashian, whom he split in 2015 after 9 years of dating. Disick vacationed with Richie and his kids in Mexico in March. A source told People in February, Kourtney never thought Sofia was going to meet her kids, but now Sofia spends a lot of time at Scott's, so Kourtney allowed her to meet the kids. She has met them a few times. Mariah Carey is sharing her struggle with bipolar disorder for the first time. The 49-year-old singer went public with her bipolar 2 diagnosis in the April 23rd issue of People after years of living in denial and isolation. Carey told the magazine, "Until recently, I lived in denial and isolation and constant fear someone would expose me." She says, "It was too heavy a burden to carry, and I simply couldn't do that anymore. I sought and received treatment. I put positive people around me, and I got back to doing what I love, writing songs and making music." Carey was first diagnosed in 2001 during her hospitalization for a physical and mental breakdown. Bipolar 2 disorder is characterized as hypomania, which is less severe than mania with bipolar 1 disorder and periods of depression. Carey recalled, "For a long time I thought I had a severe sleep disorder. I was irritable and in constant fear of letting people down. It turned out that I was experiencing a form of mania. Eventually I would just hit a wall." The I Don't singer is now in therapy and taking medication to manage her condition. She says, "I'm just in a really good place now. Bipolar does not have to define you, and I refuse to allow it to define me or control me." Carey said in an Instagram post Wednesday that she's, quote, "grateful to be sharing this part of her journey with her fans." Many commented their support for the star in the comments, with one person writing, "Thank you for sharing this with the world. You show me what strength is every day." Passing to report, Yvonne Staples, a member of her family's pop and soul group, the Staples Singers, has died at the age of 80. Yvonne died Tuesday at her home in Chicago from colon cancer. Her family friend Bill Carpenter confirmed to the New York Times. The Staples Singers, known for a number of hit songs in the 1970s, including If You're Ready, Come Go With Me, Respect Yourself, and I'll Take You There, was formed in 1948 by family patriarch Roback Staples and comprised of his children Purvis, Mavis, and Cleotha. Yvonne replaced Purvis in 1970 and provided background vocal for the group. She also managed the group's business affairs. The Staples Singers received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys in 2005 and were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999. Mavis is the remaining Staples singer and continues to perform and tour in support of her latest album, If All I Was Black. Yvonne also managed and provided background vocals for Mavis when she began her solo career in 1980s. Yvonne Staples was 80 years old. Nicki Minaj announced on Twitter that she's going to release 2 songs on Thursday titled Barbie Tingz and Chun-Li. The rapper said Tuesday, hashtag Barbie Tingz, Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time everywhere, alongside an image of herself in a fancy dress surrounded by similarly dressed women wearing masks. Minaj also released the artwork for Chun-Li, which featured a photo of herself in underwear with her hair tied up in 2 buns. Minaj's last album, The Pink Print, was released in 2014. She's made guest appearances on songs such as Lil Uzi Vert with The Way Life Goes, Travis Scott Kippy Kush Remix, Yo Guy's Rake It Up, and Migos Motorsport, which also featured Cardi B. Barbie Tingz is the latest example of Minaj referencing Mattel's famous doll brand. Chun-Li, meanwhile, is an iconic video game character who appeared in Capcom's Street Fighter series. Paul Kelly, Sia, and Ed Sheeran won big at the 2018 the Australian Performing Rights Association Music Awards, which honors songwriters and publishers of contemporary music. Kelly won Song of the Year Tuesday at the International Convention Centre in Sydney for his track Firewood and Candles, which he wrote alongside Billy Miller from The Ferrets. Firewood and Candles appear on Kelly's latest album, Life is Fine, which earned him his first #1 album in his hometown and homeland of Australia. Miller says the song was written during tea breaks while playing cricket. The Sydney Morning Herald reported. Sia, meanwhile, extended her career APRA wins to 9 by winning the award for most played Australian work overseas for her song Cheap Thrills, which he co-wrote with Gregory Kirsten. Ed Sheeran won the award for International Work of the Year for his song Shape of You, along with his co-writers Kevin Briggs, Kendi Burris, Tamika Kudo, Stephen McCuntrian, and John McDade. Other big winners included Midnight Oil winning the Ted Albert Award for Outstanding Service to Australian Music, hip-hop group AB Original winning Songwriter of the Year, Saren Aarons winning Breakthrough Songwriter of the Year, and Peking Duck's Stranger featuring Elephant winning Most Played Australian Work. And now let's look at the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of April 14th. Number 10, Migos featuring Drake with Walk It Talk It. Number 9, Lil Dicky featuring Chris Brown with Freaky Friday. Number 8, Bruno Mars and Cardi B with Finesse. Number 7, Ed Sheeran with Perfect. Number 6, Zedd, Maren Morris, and Gray with The Middle. Number 5, Lockboy JB featuring Drake with Look Alive. Number 4, The Weeknd with Call Out My Name. Number 3, Post Malone featuring Ty Dolla $ign with Psycho. Number 2, Baby Reha and the Florida Georgia Line with Meant to Be. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart for the week of April 14th, Drake with God's Plan. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1954, Bill Haley in the comments record, "We're going to rock around the clock." If rock and roll was a social and cultural revolution, then "We Are Gonna Rock Around the Clock" was its declaration of independence. And if Bill Haley was not exactly the revolution's Thomas Jefferson, it may be fair to call him its John Hancock. Bill Haley put his enormous signature on rock and roll history during the final 40 minutes of a 3-hour recording session in New York City. The session set up not for the recording of Rock Around the Clock, but of a song called 13 Women and Only One Man in Town. It took the group nearly all of their scheduled session to get a usable take of 13 Women, a song that was entirely new to them but was chosen as the A-side of their upcoming single by their new record label Decca. With time running out and no chance to extend this session, Haley in his comments were eager to lay down the song they've played live for many months to enthusiastic audience response. The lead guitarist brought in for the session, Danny Cetrone, had not had time to work up a new solo for the instrumental break on Rock Around the Clock. So he reproposed one he used on a Haley recording 2 years earlier called Rock the Joint. Cedrone was paid $31 for his work that evening, which includes performing what is still recognized as one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. Haley and the band had time for only 2 takes, and in the first, they played so loud that Haley's voice was almost inaudible on tape. In an era before multi-tracking recordings, the only solution was to do a second take with minimal accompaniment and hope for the best. Later, Decca engineer painstakingly spliced together segments from both takes, a near miracle given the technology of 1954. The finished version was judged good enough to include as the B-side on 13 Women, which was released in May 1954. The single sold a respectable but underwhelming 75,000 copies in the coming months, and was destined to be forgotten until a 10-year-old kid in Los Angeles flipped 13 Women and fell in love with the now famous B-side. That kid, Peter Ford, happened to be the son of actor Glenn Ford, who was slated to star in the upcoming teenage delinquency drama Blackboard Jungle. Peter turned his father on to Rock Around the Clock, and soon enough the song was chosen to play over the opening credits of Blackboard Jungle, which is how it became a pop sensation, selling 1 million copies in a single month in the spring of 1955. And as your entertainment report for Thursday, April 12, 2018, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Answer Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.